Welcome back to another episode of these crazy fools that just eat meat and can't stop talking about it. I'm Tom, and here's Justin with a
Hey
big.
everybody.
What's that crazy writing on your hat today?
I don't know if it's crazy. Is it crazy writing? You have to ask my wife. My wife gave me this hat to replace my other hat and to stop me from buying a $50 hat.
Oh damn! What is that it says on there? Is
It's some Chinese singer, I believe. His like
ah,
logo or whatever. Yeah.
gotcha. Well,
hmm
my video seems to be lagging today.
Yeah, you seem to be having that problem lately. I don't know.
I'm not sure what that is.
Maybe too many storms in California.
Must be maybe the wires got wet.
Maybe a squirrel fried.
Yeah, it could be. I smelled squirrel the other day. Burnt squirrel. So, anyways, uh, you want to do the spiel? What's our topic today, Justin?
Hey everybody, welcome to another epidose of these crazy people that hop on the internet, talk about eating meat, and check their email. Um, Thank you for being here. Please go ahead and make sure you hit that like button. If you really hate this or really like it, please share it with other people so other people can like it and hate it, or like it or hate it. Leave us a comment about how much you like it, how much you hate it. Um, Go ahead and leave us on for your dog, cat, turtle, mongoose, whatever kind of four-legged, five-legged creature you got wander around the premises. Hit that subscribe button. Even if you hate us, hit the subscribe button. Tap that notification bell. Go and throw a lamb chop on there. Um, you could catch me at justin.alloutlife.carnivore, I think. I forgot my own Instagram. Something like that. justinalloutlife.carnivore on Instagram. Thomas A. Clark on Instagram. We've
Yep.
got Autistic Carnivores in Facebook. We've got Meat Mosaic on Facebook, Meat Mosaic on Telegram. I've got a Mind page that I desperately need to update. Hopefully that'll get done tomorrow. Today's topic is another carnivore check-in. That was a bit fun. I think I'm going to ask Tom the questions today. Yeah, there we
Yeah, how come
go.
you didn't ask me last week?
Because we had a special guest.
Oh,
Yeah, we were
that's
talking
right.
to the Miss Janice. Thanks for coming on. Uh, if you missed last week's episode, we had the wonderful Miss Janice with us. Um, and there was the over and over again the how cow farts are going to kill us all in 7 years argument. So that one's always fun.
Gotcha. Yeah. Are cows bad for the planet? So, anyways, yeah, cow emissions are one thing, right? Do you have anything to say about the flatulence?
Uh, they're coming up with some pretty goofy things. They've got like what that machine that captures, like it's like hooked up to the cow and it captures the methane gas.
Yeah, methane is one of those things that's short lived, right? And it's actually part of
Right.
the cycle, right? The environmental cycle. So, not necessarily as detrimental as we would think. I was kind of thinking when I was thinking about the topic, I was thinking more about, um, you know, cows and how they fight desertification and stuff like that. Animals like them that move water around, you know?
Well, I mean, the environmental movement, things that are good for plants, it doesn't seem to be like what's they're targeting. You'd think you'd want more greenery, but that doesn't really seem to be their motive. Kind of weird. Just throwing that out there.
Yeah, lots of people have mentioned that cattle, one cow is like 1,000,000 calories. And that's roughly what the average person eats in a year, right? So one cow, one person. It's pretty good. I mean, how much corn do you think you'd have to eat in a year to live, assuming you don't die of pellagra?
I mean, man, cream corn. I don't know, man.
Yeah, cream corn.
Is
Definitely cream corn with cheese on top.
pretty filling, you know.
But how much would you have to eat in a year?
I don't know, gallons upon gallons. Um, a
Would you eat
mega
it 3 times
mash.
a day?
You'd probably have to eat it more often than that because you'd be probably just be hungry once the sugar
Yeah,
crashes.
unless there's a lot of cream on it.
Maybe. I mean, that's pretty. I don't know. Cream corn I was eating was pretty sweet tasting.
I'm pretty sure your studies show that cream corn is like one of the fastest ways to invoke the Randall cycle.
I'm sure it is.
Depends on how well you chew the corn, though, right?
That good old fiber might just be saving you. That good
So
old
let's
fiber.
talk about all things cows. Number one, we know not that long ago there was millions of heads of bison, roaming the North American plains, right?
Right.
They didn't seem to be creating an environmental crisis back then.
Yeah. I mean, well, it would seem so. I mean, I guess who would have been there to care? If we were, but to be fair, we weren't really concerned or tracking such things at the time. We had other concerns, such as, hey, there's some bison. Let's go after those bison.
Right. And, you know, when they talk about how much water it takes to raise cattle, they have a tendency to count all the rainwater that falls on all the land, right?
Right.
Which isn't really necessarily being consumed by cattle, right?
Right. I've watched cattle for quite some time, and they don't drink a lot of water. I think they get most of their water actually from the grass,
Yeah, there you go.
eating it. Yeah.
So the grass grows and it grows better if you have cattle on it, right? Because they chew it down. They walk around spreading fertilizer.
Well,
What
then
are the
that
kids?
grass that's growing is getting rid of carbon dioxide, right? If that's a problem. So
That's right. Those
we're
plants are sucking the CO2 out of the air, and that's what they build themselves out of.
right.
And it's not just the grass on top, but like prairie grass can have very, very deep roots, like 6, 7, 10, 8, 12 feet deep, right? So that's all carbon that's been sucked out of the air and is now part of that living plant that damn, I'm frozen. You're frozen.
You keep glitching and then going like super speed, and then it's like catching up. So
Well, and
I
I was looking at you and you were like frozen with a funny look on your face. I was like, do I just laugh at him maniacally or I don't know what's going on with the last couple of weeks. The video's been all pokey.
I w- anyone in the comments, can you please let us know if the glitching is just on our end? Are we both glitching for everybody? Is it only happening to Tom? Is it only happening to me?
Yeah,
Yeah.
so strange. So, anyways, back to the cows. Them cows.
Maybe because you don't have whatever happened to that cow? You had the balloon cow in your
Yeah, it's
house.
still here. I see him up there on the
Ah,
bookcase. Fred.
Fred.
That was oh man, what's her name? I just saw her on Facebook too. Barbara. Barbara's
Mm,
Barbara's cow. God, I wonder how long ago that was.
has to be about a year.
How long ago did Bella move?
Oh, I don't know that much.
That was a while ago. It had to be more than a year. It was a couple summers ago.
Yeah. Time flies when you're eating cows.
Was that pre-COVID?
No, it wasn't pre-COVID.
Huh.
I want to say it was summer 21. I think I had just moved, and then you guys had that event, and I was pissed because I had just moved.
Mm. Yeah, I wonder how we did it without wearing masks. That's weird. But we did
Because you
sit
guys were in,
outside.
yeah, you guys were sitting outside, and you guys were in Orange County, which was the better of the counties.
Actually, it was Long Beach.
Was Long Beach LA County?
Yeah.
Well, it is. Never mind
The
then. Well,
LBZ, LA County.
yeah. I always think beach cities is Orange County. It's just kind of. I always forget about Long Beach. Venice Beach, of course, is also LA County. We're gonna go on this huge tangent, so I'll stop
It
this.
was
But
right down the street from where Dr. Westman had his um was it is it called what was it, KetoCon or something? I can't remember what the name of the convention was. KetoCon or something?
the LA Keto something or other. I don't remember.
Yeah, yeah, and it was actually in Long Beach, but it was called the LA. And remember
Right.
that was right when COVID started. When was that? Like 2019?
So no, that was 2020 April. That was
It,
April of 2020.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so where we met up for that it was a meetup that Bella organized. Bella, Steak and Butter Girl. Shout out to Steak and Butter Girl. She organized it, and it was in Long Beach, right down the street from there. At one of the wings places, like Wild Wings or one of those, I can't even remember. But yeah, Barbara brought that cow, Fred, and she didn't want to take it home with her. She's afraid of balloons popping while she's driving. So, damn, Justin froze again, but I'm moving. Raymond Neff is here. Raymond says, you guys are streaming glitch free, except Justin just glitched.
You just glitched really bad for me too. So I don't know.
Really? Huh. That's so weird.
Yeah. You went total robot voice and lost. I lost both of our videos.
Oh, damn. Huh. Well,
So
I don't know.
the streaming gods are not with us today.
Apparently not. So let's get back to the cows. And by cows, I mean not Fred, the inflatable cow, but the live cows. How bad are they for the environment? I know one of the big complaints is all the grain they eat, but they don't eat that much grain because they basically eat grass most of the time, right? And
Yeah, eating grass, not smoking grass.
right, exactly my point. So
I never hear about. Okay, I guess tonight's a night of tangents, but why not? That's just usually us. Well, I mean, okay, so marijuana has been legalized in quite a few states of the United States, right?
mhm,
And so people are really pumping out that production. Well, marijuana is a plant, quite a fast growing plant, quite a carbon sucking up plant, I would
mhm.
guess. So, like, I haven't seen anyone factor that into our current equations. Just saying about this whole carbon dioxide and issues and marijuana air is supposed to be really, really clean. Like it's really good at sucking up all kinds of nastiness.
Every stoner wants to believe that. I have not seen any studies to reflect that.
Well, wasn't there like a study about you could plant marijuana at Fukushima and it absorbed the radiation and like within a couple cultivations cycles restored the land.
Well, what do you do with it once you cultivate it?
Well, I mean, I don't. That's for the scientists to figure out. I'm not quite sure what happens after that. I mean, it's probably some pretty good stuff, I would imagine.
This is not a study I've heard of, but I did read about how the mushrooms around Chernobyl were absorbing a lot of the dangerous elements that were scattered, a lot of the radioactive elements that were scattered around on the ground were concentrating in natural mushrooms. So, moral of the story, don't do shrooms near Chernobyl. You probably won't be coming back from that. I checked my internet speeds and they're fine, so I don't really know what's going on. But
Yeah, who knows?
anyways, yeah, cows, they were here before. They got kind of annihilated by people. Was that? That was right after Civil War. Or was it before the Civil War? I forget. I think it was after. Yeah, because they were expanding the railroads then. So, anyways, when they expanded the railroads, people were riding the trains, going out and just shooting buffalo for no apparent reason. I know some of it had to do with wanted to use the land for cattle, but I think a lot of it was just recreational violence. So, but we know they were here before and they were good for the environment and not bad for the environment. And I'm still kind of surprised when people believe the old wives' tales about cattle being bad for the environment. And, people are moving towards eating finished cattle, right?
Right.
Regenerative agriculture is growing, so people just rotate the cattle on pasture, and then they're bringing in other animals like chickens and pigs and stuff like that. So they're creating a bigger food web, and you don't have to feed these animals, supplemental grain or even alfalfa as much because they're just rotating on pasture. So they eat one pasture for a while and then they go to another while that pasture is recovering, and they usually rotate them through like 3 or 4 pastures, right?
Yeah, for right, till they're ready for slaughter, as it were.
So they're
Yeah,
able. Go ahead.
and like, what is it? Again, if carbons are concerned, regenerative agriculture is like -2 or whatever contributor, something like that. There's some number or whatever they figured out.
Yeah, there was a study and some articles that said that cattle industry was a bigger polluter, the biggest polluter of them all. And then when you turn around and look at the numbers, you find out that um, transportation and even the pharmaceutical industry polluted a lot more than cattle did. So there you have it. So, and it's been cleaned up a lot. That whole thing about antibiotics will come up too. They're like, oh, they're full of antibiotics and stuff, but the pharmaceutical company withdrew those antibiotics that were given to cattle to make them bigger and stuff like that, make them fatter. They withdrew that because the government was going to put an end to it anyways. And so that hasn't been a thing for a while. And I still hear people talking about that. So,
Or, the vitamin B shots or whatever, you know.
you know, yeah. And a lot of people are using it, going to deworming them with charcoal as opposed to
Mhm.
pharmaceuticals. And then, when you have chickens and stuff like that picking through it, then they they drastically reduce the parasite load because they're picking up the chickens eat the parasites out of the cow poop. It's like their
Mhm.
job.
Well, wouldn't you like to have that job? There you
Well, God forbid it should come back as a chicken.
go.
I
Speaking
don't
of
really.
chickens,
Yeah.
the chickens at the old Giebler Lathrop place, got an upgrade. They got a new house because their old house fell apart. Do not buy the $400 chicken coop off Amazon. It works for about a year and then no longer works, pretty much.
Wow.
Um, so they've got an upgrade. They've got a McMansion of a chicken coop now, kind of
Very
thing.
nice. Is it
Yeah,
raccoon resistant?
it's raccoon resistant, most definitely.
That's good.
Yeah.
You guys have problems with coyotes out there?
No, not coyotes, possums and raccoons.
So the possums attack the chickens too?
Oh yeah, the possums. We certainly lost one chicken to a possum.
Wow.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Hmm.
So you got the chickens going on. How often are you getting eggs from the chickens?
Oh, now they're producing like sometimes on a really good day, like 6 a day
Hmm.
in a really good week. But I mean, they're really producing now. They're takes a good year and a half, it seems to be, for them to really start producing at a really good rate. Oh,
Hmm.
and they've got duck friends now. So my aunt's grabbed up a couple of female ducks. So gonna have duck eggs and chicken eggs, and
Hmm.
then maybe duck for Christmas. We'll see how fat they can get between now and Christmas.
Nice. So how
Mhm.
often do ducks lay eggs?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know when they're gonna start laying either.
Didn't think to ask, huh?
No, I didn't.
Hmm.
I was just surprised that my aunt got ducks, because that's what I wanted from the beginning was ducks.
Did your wife see the ducks?
No, she hasn't seen the ducks yet.
Because all I can imagine is when she sees the ducks, she's gonna try. She's gonna start thinking about which sauce she wants to put on them.
On the duck.
Does
Yeah, there you go.
your wife eat duck feet?
I don't know. I'd have to ask her if she eats duck feet.
Hmm.
I don't know if anyone eats duck feet.
Definitely want to know.
She eats duck. I know that for sure. We had some duck a couple weeks
Hey, like
ago.
I say, every time I eat a duck, I wonder why we mess with chickens. Duck is delicious. Just saying.
As long as it's not overcooked, and it's really easy to overcook duck.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hmm.
and it's more messy just because so much oil.
When I was a kid, there was a French restaurant in Arcadia called Chez Sato. Now Sato, the chef, was Japanese, but he trained in France apparently. And that
Interesting.
man made the most amazing duck à l'orange you ever tasted. So, and good luck finding that on a menu anywhere, right?
Right.
But it
Yeah.
was so good. Childhood memories.
There you go. Yeah. See, people talk about ice cream and stuff like that, but the true childhood memories are like those ones, like where it's just a
Right.
good piece of meat.
Right.
Like your first time having actually good steak, because I don't know about you. In my house, steak was like, I don't know, it was like pork steak, or I don't remember what kind, but like I never had, like, we didn't have T-bones in the house as a kid, or like ribeye, you know. That's because they're like, oh, it's too expensive because you're buying all the fixins and everything, right? Um, so the first time you have a real steak is just like, oh man, this is so good.
When I was a kid, my mom would buy sirloin. So that was the top sirloin. I don't recall her ever cooking a ribeye. I don't even think I knew what a ribeye was till I was an adult, to be honest with you.
Right.
So, and maybe there was a T-bone. I'm not sure. But back then too, it was if you
And
had
sadly,
steak.
it was probably half the price than they are now.
Oh yeah. And that came with a side of canned corn and a baked potato with margarine on it. And maybe some artificial sour cream. Do you remember the emu? They probably still make it. I don't know. It's an artificial sour cream called the emu.
No, no, I do not. And I'm
It's
happy I don't remember that at all. I do not remember a
disgusting.
product called Emu at the house, and I'm happy I don't. What the hell was it made out of? Sour cream wasn't even. I mean, sour cream was cheap. Who the hell's buying artificial sour cream? That's why. Because of the fat content?
I think it was called emu. I tried looking it up. I don't see it,
Maybe
but
you need like
I'm
an
not even sure
extra
how it was.
E or
Maybe it
something.
was. Maybe it was EMOO. I don't know, but yeah, that was the kind of crappy food we ate when I was a kid.
Did you at least
Yeah.
throw in that ranch dip powder in it?
There was some of that ranch dip powder going on. Yeah, for sure. Ranch dressing, some sort. Well, that's the thing. You got a salad. It's lettuce, tomato, and ranch dressing, right?
Uh,
Yeah, I don't.
Iceberg lettuce? Yeah.
Yeah,
Or
of
did your
course.
house have romaine?
Don't recall. I don't recall the romaine lettuce being served in my house. How about you? Did you guys eat that?
No, not that. We had iceberg. Yeah. What I remember, what actually got me to eat my first salad, more or less, was the teriyaki or barbecue chicken, like charboiled chicken salad sandwich from Carl's Jr. was like the absolute best salad.
It was what again?
It was, I can't remember if it was advertised as barbecue or teriyaki, but it was a chicken salad from Carl's Jr., like the
Hmm.
charbroiled chicken salad or something.
Ah,
I don't think they even have it anymore, but like it was crazy good. Ate like one a day for like a while.
I found it. It's called IMU.
Oh,
IMO.
IMU.
I don't know why I thought it was called emu.
Because it's actually a better name.
I want to see what it's made out of. Now I'm curious what it's made out of.
Oh, sounds terrifying.
Yeah, so it's another one of those beyond Frankenfoods we ate as a child. It's probably why I always had indigestion. It's all hydrogenated vegetable oil with artificial flavorings. So, well, it was. I'm sure it was the fear of fat.
Yeah.
Um,
I was like, why else would they mess with sour cream?
I didn't believe I remember that because I mean, literally, it's been 35 years probably since I've seen it, but it's stuck in my mind, right?
It's haunting you, is what it's doing.
Yeah, that's it. It's the ghost of the IMU.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's just that, okay, why am I so sick as an adult? And then you look back at the foods that you ate as a kid and you're like, oh, okay, never mind. I totally know why I have these health problems.
It's got, one serving's got 2 grams of sugar, 1 gram of protein, and 5 grams of fat. So it's made out of fat. It's got to be
Mm.
vegetable fat, right? But I don't see the actual ingredients listed anywhere. Oh, here it is: milk, soy, pasteurized and cultured blend of water, hydrogenated coconut oil, whey,
Mm.
contains less than 2% of each of the following. Blah, 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 blah. Soybean oil, blah, blah, blah.
Soy lecithin or whatever. Sunflower lecithin.
So
What's
it's
in it?
it's kind of made out of milk and soy. It's a milk and soy blend. I guess it was ahead of its time. Maybe it didn't used to have soy 35 years ago. I don't know, but
What is in regular sour cream just has cream, milk cream, and it's just cultured that gives it that like sour taste, right? Yeah.
I've actually seen sour cream made because I worked in a dairy. Used to have to fill 5 gallon buckets with sour cream, and then one day I dumped a forklift load in the driveway. It's a huge mess. Very good sour cream though.
Did you eat the forklift of sour cream? Or did you try
Well, yeah,
to?
naturally it was slathered in sour cream, so I had to eat the forklift. So,
Are you
yeah.
still doing the occasional pork grinds and sour cream, or was it pork grinds and cream cheese? I can't remember.
Oh, both. Well, yeah, I haven't actually eaten any pork rinds in probably 2 months. They're probably stale. There are some in the pantry, but now that you mention it, yeah, it fell off my radar. So, but yeah, they're good with sour cream. I mean, pork rinds dry, you know.
Right.
It's hard to just munch on pork rinds. I mean, you have to season the hell out of them. And you get those seasoned ones, they're not so bad by
Right.
themselves, but you know, just sitting down munching on dry pork rinds, it's a little rough.
It is a bit rough. Yeah.
I was at work one day and Marissa ate a packing peanut out of a box. I was like, "What the hell are you
The
doing?"
styrofoam?
Well, here's the thing: I didn't know some of them aren't styrofoam; they're made from cornstarch.
Really? Huh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, if you get them wet, they dissolve. But she did it just to freak me out, and I was like, "Really? They're made out of cornstarch?" It's just like, yep, these are environmentally friendly. They don't taste good, but you can eat them. So,
Now there's a carb addiction when you're
right.
eating packing peanuts.
I need to play that carb hole video. I found it. Did I send it to you? You know that one where she's eating the box of Honey Nut Cheerios?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
I
it
remember
came
that one.
across it recently, so I was sending it out again.
You didn't send it back to me now.
Oh, okay. I will. We should play it on here because it's
Okay.
hilarious.
Uh, so speaking of cream cheese, my carnivore pancakes were a success. Really good, actually.
Yeah, so tell everybody how you made them real quick.
Yeah. So this is the simplest recipe I've seen for a carnivore pancake. It's just a 1-to-1 ratio of egg to cream cheese. Uh, and basically 1 ounce of cream cheese per egg. So like 7 ounces for like 7 eggs, whatever. You mix it just like you were making pancake or waffle batter. Get your skillet hot, pour it over, and it looks like a pancake, tastes like French toast, like the texture
So
and
are you
stuff.
melting cream cheese and then stirring in raw egg or what's going on there?
Yeah, so easier if you do melt the cream cheese. I've done it with and without melting the cream cheese. And the only difference is that you get more even cream cheese distribution if you melt it and then
So
mix
how'd
in
you
the raw
melt
egg.
the cream cheese? Like you put a block in a double boiler or something and heat it up?
No, I've got like little porcelain containers. So I was just
Okay.
scooping like, I don't know, 4 ounces or whatever, and then just throw it in the microwave for like 30 seconds.
Oh, okay. So just microwave it, turn it into a liquid, and then
Uh-huh.
whip in some eggs, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, Janice was telling me she makes waffles from egg whites. It was only two ingredients. It was egg whites and there was a little bit of like baking powder involved or something.
Hmm.
But she's basically just making waffles out of egg whites. So they're really good.
Hmm.
I'm pretty sure, didn't I get a waffle iron?
I remember you talking about it. I don't know if you ever actually went through with the purchase.
I think I did get a waffle iron. Yeah, I didn't get a waffle iron. It was smaller than I thought it was going to be or something. Man, you are frozen solid.
You keep speeding up and slowing down.
Ben Parlos says, sounds okay. He must be talking about your pancakes.
I think he's talking about the stream. I don't know which he's talking about. Could be one or the other. I guess it's the pancakes because the tongue is out.
So what'd you put on these pancakes? Butter or something?
Yeah, butter, cinnamon, a little bit of cinnamon. Just because they taste so similar to um, a French toast. See, I was always a waffle man and a French toast man rather than a pancake man. Everyone has their preference. Um, Pancakes, regular pancakes just always seem too doughy. Like I'd only eat like one or two and then I'd always be like, I'm done. Like that's just I feel regular pancake just like sitting in my
Hmm.
guts. Like I felt like I can't digest it. And it could be like the whole gluten intolerance or something, but waffles, right, man, are the same thing. But waffles, I could chuck down a whole bunch of waffles. French toast, I could definitely go down with some French toast. That wasn't even an issue.
Hmm. Gotcha.
But yeah,
So
butter, cinnamon, yeah.
Ben
Turned
Parlos
out
says
really
he'd
good.
like to make chaffles again. And 51 Fido 51 Fido 51 50 Keto Warrior says IMFO or is it LMFO?
LMFAO, ass
Laughing.
off.
I'm trying to figure out what OO stands for.
Laughing my ass off. Hello, my people. Carnivore pancakes. Laugh my effing ass off.
So I guess carnivore pancakes are a thing. I gotta try them one of these days. They would be kind of handy, like if you could use them to hold your meat.
Oh yeah, I want to make a McGriddle, a carnivore
Explain. Don't
McGriddle.
just don't just park it there. You gotta embellish.
Well, everyone knows what a McGriddle is, right?
I've never had one.
You've never had a McGriddle? Oh
No.
man, you've got to break carnivoreness for
I
one.
know it must
You'll
come from McDougal's, but I don't know exactly what it is. I assume it's a pancake.
you'll you'll become terribly sick, but you should eat one.
Do they still make them?
Yes, they still make McGriddles. Yeah, I
I
swear they
don't
do.
think I've
Yeah, yeah,
even.
yeah. There's
I kind of remember like hearing a radio ad for them or something, but that was a long time ago.
now there's still a thing. Yeah. So basically, it's like a miniature pancake. So it's a pancake, cheese, sausage, egg, pancake.
Oh, so it's like stacked up with sausage and egg.
Yeah,
Ah, gotcha.
and
Okay.
cheese. Yeah.
And
But
cheese,
like
of course.
you want to talk about Randall cycle activation. That is like all the Randall cycle.
With some syrup, no doubt, right?
Oh yeah, with some syrup, of course.
Okay. So there you go. We can make those with carnivore pancakes. Why not?
Yeah. So you make your own McGriddle. Yeah, like a blueberry pancake sausage egg thing from Ban Parlos, right? Like I said, you should really eat one. You're gonna get horribly sick after, but you should still do it. Maybe you wouldn't get horribly sick after it. I would probably get horribly sick after it.
Do they only serve them in the morning?
Yeah, they're only for breakfast.
So I'd have to eat one and then go to the gym, burn off
Or
the sugar.
yeah, or do something. I don't know.
So yeah, so Sly says she makes baconators with it, which makes sense. Yeah, because the original baconator comes on a bun like a burger, but it's more
Yeah.
like breakfast. It's breakfast food in a burger form, right?
Well, it's just yeah, Van Parlos gym or toilet, exactly. Um
Chase it with some syrup of epicac.
well, I mean the baconators because they have the breakfast baconator, then they have just the regular baconator. So the baconators are just ground beef patty, cheese, bacon, cheese, ground beef patty,
Well, it'd
basically.
be nice to eat like hamburger patties with a bun, so you could just pick it up.
Right.
That'd
Well,
be
it's still
convenient.
egg, so it's still a bit greasy and buttery,
Hmm.
you know.
What if you
And I don't
could?
know if it would go well with ground beef.
Hmm.
Maybe.
Maybe you could just bake it so it's not greasy. Bake it like bread, and then I guess you couldn't get it out of the pan if it wasn't oiled up with some butter, right?
Yeah, I mean egg loaf or whatever it's called.
Cloud bread. I never
Right.
made that
Basically,
either.
we're in cloud bread territory then.
Did you ever try to make that cloud bread?
No, and I got the recipe somewhere, but I don't remember where.
I remember people screaming about how great it was. I never got around to it.
Yeah, I don't think I ever got around to it either.
So you've been eating lots of steak?
Yeah, actually, I have some New Yorks. Yeah, some New York strips. Um,
You've
it's
been
been
staying
good
carnivore?
for the most part. I'm trying to think. The only thing, maybe not the only thing, but yeah, I think actually the only thing is at my new job, someone brought cookies from this place called Crumble Cookie or something. It's like just like super
Mm,
fancy, super sweet cookie. Um, I ate the equivalent of half a cookie. It was
yeah,
really, really sweet.
my
And I got
buddy,
horribly sick that evening.
my buddy Marissa is a big fan of the crumble cookie thing. She
Oh, they're
talks about
evil.
because I think they have like a new flavor cookie every week or something like that.
Oh
And then
no.
she looks at it online. She's, oh, that sounds delicious. I have to go get some. Oh.
Yeah, I don't know. I always think like I became carnivore right before the Frankenfood really got out of control.
Hmm. What does that
So
mean?
like, well, they have Lucky Charms oatmeal now.
Oh, of course. Well, I accidentally bought some whey powder that was Fruity Pebbles flavored. I thought it was plain because it's just a white container, right? Then I
Uh,
get home and I put the bottle on the counter and see Flintstones on it. I'm like, what the hell? What have I done? And of course, it tastes like garbage. Sugar free, but tastes like garbaggio.
and
Well,
you've
what?
got crumble cookie. You've got, I don't know, Oreo. So kind of crazy new Oreo, like a strawberry shortcake Oreo or something like that. That's just like, no, not eating that. Just got to say no. To some of this stuff, it really is just you have to say no. Like you just have to. You
So
can't play with that fire.
you've been staying carnivore for all this time. It's been years now, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I got to ask you, how is your scurvy doing?
I still got all my teeth.
None of your teeth have fallen out?
None of my teeth have fallen out. The calculus has fallen out, but not the teeth.
Uh-huh. So, what about your mortal constipation? You only eat meat so you can't poop. How's that going?
Somewhat mortal. Um,
Mortal.
I could lessen my dairy intake a bit. You know,
Mm, perhaps a little less cream cheese in your carnivore pancakes.
maybe just a tad.
Just a tad. So, any other symptoms of just eating meat that people need to know about?
Um,
Hair didn't fall out.
Hair didn't fall out. Nope. Even though I'm wearing a hat today, it's not because all my hair fell out.
Mm.
That's not the reason.
It's funny how big that hat looks on your head because it looked like a big hat, but then I remembered you have a tiny head, so it's a regular hat.
Well, it's a Chinese hat, so a little slightly like I have it on. I don't even have to have it on all the way. No way, it is on the last notch or whatever.
Oh my
Never mind.
god. The last meaning the as closed as it can be, as opposed to as wide open as it can be.
Right, yeah. So it's all of them are clicked together or whatever. Yeah.
Wow. Super tiny little head.
With American hats, even if it's like this, it's still like it's too big usually. This
Wow,
hat
and I can't
actually
fit in most hats. If you could buy sized ones, then I can get a hat.
fits.
To get the L Big O. When I was a kid playing Little League one time,
Uh-huh.
they're handing out the hats, and it was like, "Hey, this hat doesn't. What am I supposed to do with this?" And I wound up one of the coaches wound up giving me his hat because my head was too big. And it was hard to find a batting helmet because you play Little League, you got to wear a helmet when you're batting, right?
Right.
And then I would try and find a helmet that went over my noggin. They had to get like an adult helmet when I was in Little
And
League.
you're
So
like 5 or whatever.
I was a little older than that, but yeah. So yeah. So, anyways, um, you got anything else to say about eating meat and cows in the environment, or you just gonna sit there and freeze? Look at
Well,
you.
are you just gonna sit there and speed up every 3 minutes?
Now I'm frozen too. I could hear you, but we're frozen. Now we're unfrozen.
Honestly, and I've made this case before, if you truly do believe in environmentalism, the best thing you can do is eat a cow. Go carnivore. Really.
Well said.
Mm. And how about your scurvy, Mr. Tom? How about your side effects from
No
the?
bleeding gums, no teeth falling out, no black leg, no constipation.
You're just wearing a peg leg. The thing is that all carnivores actually, at your 3rd month mark, you have to get your peg leg installed
Uh,
from the scurvy.
just one or two?
Just one.
Just one.
Just one.
What if you get black leg in the other leg?
It depends on your insurance policy, but
Oh,
typically they don't cover that second leg.
yeah, I know. I got Obamacare. There's no second leg. Gonna get banned for that one. So no scurvy, no constipation, unless you eat too much cheese.
Mhm.
I still haven't eaten all that cheese that was here when you were here.
Uh-huh.
Still here.
It's gonna be there till I return.
Yeah, I should probably just dry it out so turn it into a powder and we can reconstitute it when you come back.
There you go. Oh yeah, how's the experiment? And any movement in it? Is it on hold? Is it discontinued? I think you did 30 days, right? Has it been 30 days?
It was a logistics nightmare. I'm gonna tell you, like I tried everything. And I mean, I just didn't enjoy just chugging raw egg, which is the easiest way to do it. But even
Uh-huh.
that was a lot of work because it was like cracking all those eggs, and then I didn't like them unless they were, like because it's got membranes and stuff in it, right? So
Mhm.
like, it was always getting all over the place because you go to drink it and it's got to be in big glops. It's got to be there, it's like, or you've got egg whites hanging in my beard and stuff. So I'm like, okay, I'll just blend it. So I went from cracking all those eggs to blending all those eggs, and I have to do it in advance because I don't have time during the week. So I'd
Right.
get half-gallon jars full of raw egg stockpiled in my fridge, and then when I was home, I would cook as many as I could and just eat cooked ones. But it was just like between trying to buy eggs and then all the time to I actually think I put on a little weight when I was doing that, to be honest with you. So not the good kind either. I think I actually put it on a little pudge around the middle.
Hmm.
So
Like
somewhere
too
in
much
there,
fat from the egg.
I don't know.
Hmm.
I really don't know. So I kind of gave up on that, and I thought, well, if I come up with a better way of getting the eggs, but of course, I think the egg thing has slowed down. I don't know if I talked about this in a video before, but I started asking the employees why the eggs were missing, right?
Uh,
Why you go in and there's just no eggs to buy, and they were like, people are buying them like crazy. They're like, we get the same shipment we've always gotten. They're not having problem getting the eggs, but
mhm.
people are buying them up like crazy. So the guy was saying that like the shipment comes in, they put him out in the morning when they open, and he comes in. His shift started at like 12:30 in the afternoon, and he said sometimes they were half gone by the time he started his shift, and they'd just been stocked that morning. And I mean, we're talking thousands of eggs, right?
Right.
And same thing. What was the other thing that was missing?
Butter.
Oh, butter. Yeah, we couldn't get butter. It's like for some reason everybody was buying all the butter and eggs, just buying them up like fiends. So yeah, I don't know. Maybe you got some tips. Maybe I'll try the experiment again.
Mm.
Maybe we'll have to figure out how to execute this. I thought about maybe I would cook them. Like it'd be convenient to take them with to work to eat if they were, like if I made little tiny like scrambled eggs that I could bake them in like cupcake tins. You
Uh,
know what I mean?
uh,
So I could make like oven loads of them, right?
uh.
They'd be convenient for taking to work or whatever.
Like quiches or souffles.
Yeah, yeah, like a miniature quiche, just a
Mm.
little tiny egg pie. So I might
Now,
do
you
that.
like the taste of just egg because to me, egg without cheese is just like it's okay. I mean, it'll get the job done, but I prefer the taste of raw egg over like. even just like a regular cooked egg.
I would take scrambled over raw any day.
Mm,
And I bought some of those like egg bite things, and they had a little bit of sausage in ground sausage in them. Well, they were
yeah.
really good. So it was basically scrambled egg with sausage baked into a little puck,
Uh-huh.
right? And then so that I was thinking, yeah, this would be pretty good. Of course, they're not very big, so I don't know. But the thing is like if you bake eggs in a giant pan, the middle never cooks before the outside is crispy,
Charred.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was thinking, those smaller ones would probably work better.
Hey, maybe you should need to make my carnivore pancakes. Those and just bag them up or freeze them or something.
Well, I think I'm definitely going to try experimenting because obviously there's a bunch of different, whole bunch of different ways you could do it, right?
Right.
So let's see. Let's catch up on the comments. Let's see. 5150 Keto Warrior says yummy. Bam Parlo says Lucky Charms are healthier than cheeseburgers according to our guidelines. Yeah, what a joke, right?
Yeah.
I think the dentists are behind that. They just want to do lots of drilling and filling.
Mm.
So Bam Parlo says I would not like raw egg. Raw egg, the thing about it is just monotonous and boring. It doesn't really have a flavor, it just doesn't really have much texture. So
And every flavor I've tried to add just made it worse, not better. I prefer just a regular plain egg with a little bit of water.
mhm. uh Neurodiva Jules says, "What's up, ninjas? What's up, Jules? How are things? I imagine you're out on the island now." Van Parlo says, "Scrambled with bacon, grease, and butter." Yeah,
Mm.
that's a good way to go. I was scrambling a lot of damn eggs, though, man. And that's the thing. You cook eggs and then you take them to the office and you open that container, and you get that sulfury, gassy, farty smell, and I'm just like, not a great, not a great opener at the office. So.
Well, that's
Uh,
another thing for me is that I like my eggs cooked and really hot. Like as soon as they get cold, I feel like they lose all flavor.
mm, no, I was fine with eating them cold because I'd cook huge batches on the stove
Ugh.
and then put it in containers, throw it in the fridge, and then take it to work. Or sometimes I just eat it when I get up, but I just don't really have time to reheat it.
Yeah, no, that's gross to me. Cold egg is just bleh. Ugh.
Ben Parlo says he likes the hard boiled egg with a little salt. They're not bad, but I'm done after one or two of those, to be honest.
Yeah, I can't. Not that I can't. A deviled egg is really good because you get like dill, parsley, a little bit of chili powder. Like deviled eggs are really good. But that's like really time consuming to just make deviled eggs, right, Tom?
And Dad, you're I'm I'm not gonna be able to get this name right. Dad
Dad,
Dad
you are.
you're Dad you are? Asks, do you buy pasture raised eggs? Yeah, I usually buy pasture used through if they're available, right? Right now
Yeah.
it's like you buy whatever you can find. So um uh Jules is killing me. What does that say?
Sukiyaki.
Oh, sukiyaki guys. I guess you're missing out when you don't dip foods in the raw egg. Hmm. Hmm. Bamparlo says, I used to buy fresh pasture eggs from a girl at work, but she retired. Yeah, there is an egg farm near, not too far from where I live. But basically, my only chance to get there is on Saturdays. So if I don't make a Saturday, I don't buy them at the store. But most of the stores here have pasture raised. So, anyways, we got laws in California. So, there's not, most of them are at least cage free. They've got all these restrictions. So, but like I said, eggs have been hard to come by, so you buy whatever you can get. And sometimes even the really expensive eggs are all sold out, you know.
Right, because everyone's buying them instead of
Yeah.
people avoid the regular eggs like the plague now. So it's just like when you get to the store, all there is regular eggs.
Yeah. So yeah. So anyways, you've been healthy, carnivore durable.
Yeah, for the most part.
Cool.
I'm totally over my sinus infection from last week, which I'm over the moon about actually.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
Good not to be sick.
Yeah, definitely. I didn't do any pestilence test or anything, so who knows if I caught the pestilence once again or whatever, but
Mm.
whatever. I feel better, that's all that matters.
Right on, right on.
Can't make me miss 9 days of work if I don't test. So I'd rather not test.
Uh,
Yeah, because I work at a hospital now, so it's like if you have a positive COVID test or anyone that in your household that gets a positive test, it's an automatic like 9 days off. It's like, well, the hell.
wow. All right then. So you've been eating plenty of chicken feet.
No, had some chicken today though. Now I want duck. Thanks to our conversation. Thank you very
Mm.
much.
Yeah, I'm gonna cook up some chicken thighs for my hound dog. Would I probably eat a few. I haven't had any in quite a while.
Hmm. I think not, Pan Parlos. Just taking a stab at that.
Yeah, I say more cows. That's another thing people forget is that most of the land that cows are pastured on aren't fit for crops, so you might as well put cattle on them. Let them eat the grass, let them shrink the deserts. So the more of those animals that disappear, the worse shape the land is in, the bigger the deserts get. So, anyways, I say yay for cows.
Yay for cows. Support your local cow.
Right on. Well, should we wrap her up?
Yeah, sure. I say this one's broiled, boiled, and foiled. I don't know. Something there.
I'll just agree with that.
Well,
So,
thanks for coming to the Meat Mosaic. Make sure you hit that like button, share this with your friends and enemies. Make sure to follow me at Justin at alloutlife.carnivore on Instagram. I've also got a Facebook page of my own, and I've got a Mind page that desperately needs to be updated. We also have Meat Mosaic Facebook. Tom's got his Autistic Carnivores Facebook. He's also Thomas A. Clark on Instagram. Bug him to take some pictures of him at the gym and him chucking down some eggs. Put it on Instagram, Tom. Come on, what are you doing? And we got Meat Mosaic Telegram. And all that, of course, is in the show notes. Please leave us a comment. Please subscribe if you're not subscribed. Hit the notification bell so you know whenever one of our videos or whenever we go live. We typically do these lives every Sunday evening at 5 p.m. PST, which is 8 p.m. EST, and 7 p.m. Central.
yep. And thanks for reminding me that Instagram even exists. I can go a week or two without even looking, but I'll try and post some pictures, promise. So, anyways, until next time, until the next exciting epidose, eat some meat,
Some meat.
feel
Feel
better.
better.
Whatever you do,
Whatever you do,
don't fall down
don't
the
fall down the
hole,
environmental hole, hole,
hole,
hole,
hole,
hole,
hole,
hole,
hole,
hole,
hole,
hole,
hole,
hole,
swirly,
hole,
swirly.
hole.